the launch that we did, broke everything apart. Turns good, there's no leaks as of right now. Damn! This thing is hauling the mail. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're gonna be digging into the Speed 6, getting ready to turn this port injection on. Justin from FREEKTUNE had looked over some just base maps that we had going on just to make sure the health of the car was there and everything looked okay. And he gave us a thumbs up and sent us over a port injection fuel map for the split-second controller and the new PI tune for the access port. So we got those loaded on the access port, but we have to wire up the fuel pump with a relay and get that stuff situated, and then fill it up with E85, prime the system, check for leaks, and go from there. And then we're gonna start ripping on the port injection tune. I think the first map is about 24 pounds of boost, target PSI, and then we'll ramp it in from there. I'm looking for probably around 35 plus pounds of boost from this setup, so it should be fun. Definitely stay tuned. Thanks for coming to watch. We'll see you in a second. Hey guys, first, this fuel pressure regulator used to have a gauge on it, and I believe I still have it off of the other car that I got this from, down at the Fab Shop in Tennessee. I'm gonna see if they still have it laying around. If they do, they'll send it up and I'll use it. That way I can monitor the fuel pressure inside the car. But for now, I actually just ordered one of these gauges off Amazon, and they had like amazing reviews. So I used to have a Fuel Lab gauge, and it always was like really janky. Like it was rattling, and it had like 2 set screws that would always back out. This one right here is liquid filled to increase stabilization on the needle. And I kind of looked around because I wanted one that was pretty good. And this one right here, it's like a Marshall Instruments. They have a chrome one and a black one. So I grabbed this. I had amazing reviews. Everybody said it's super accurate, and you know, it holds up well. So we're gonna take this sensor plug out, and I'm actually gonna drop this in there so when we turn the PI on, I can adjust to the pressure that we need. Also, we had a subscriber of ours reach out to us and had a TR11 intercooler laying around. So he sent it over to us just to donate to the build, which is awesome. So huge shout out to Eric Pratt on this. Appreciate it, man. That's gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna pop the bumper off here because I have to access the fuel pump down here. I can access it through the wheel well, but I kind of want to pop the bumper off and just get an idea of what I need to mock that intercooler up as well. I already got the relay and stuff ready to go for the fuel pump. I already wired in the actual split-second controller, like that's all wired in. So we just got to wire up the fuel pump, and we'll literally be ready to rip. So stay with me. We're gonna rip some things apart, and we'll get back with you in a second. I just got the bumper and wheels off. For those of you who know, I gotta mess around with the speed sensors a little bit because all the all-wheel drive stuff's messed up. I think when I put the speed sensors back on, the placement of them or gap or whatever, it might be too much, or they might be off a little bit. So I gotta adjust those. But we got this new gauge on, super tight. A lot of common problems that people have with these braking is that they turn them by the gauge to tighten them down. Just, you can do that just to get the screw, get it started, but use the actual nut fitting that they have on there and get a wrench on it and turn it tight that way so you don't break the actual gauge. We got the fuel pump grounded to the chassis, cleaned it off, and bolted it down. So now I just got to do the relay from the positive lead, get it to some keyed on power, constant power, and then good to go. So that intercooler is down here. I believe this is a TR8 that's on here now, a Treadstone TR8. It's in really good shape actually. So I will be getting rid of this. I have a guy that's interested already, so it'll probably be gone by the time you guys see this video. And then yeah, we'll get this one over here mocked up and put on. But we're moving right along. And then at the same time figure out these speed sensors. They are back here. Like I said, I have a spare axle that I got for the rear to get that thing going too. So we should be in good shape, ready to rip, and ready to send it for some all-wheel drive donuts, because it is wintertime here and it's gonna be fun with a whole lot of power. So we will keep cracking away here and be good to go. I really like this gauge. That black is like perfect. Very simple. Have my relay here with one of these quick plugs like this into here. Saves some time on wiring. So basically this is what's going to happen. For those of you wiring up a PI pump, so this red one will be power to the pump. This blue one will be ground. This green will be to like switched on signal, like a 12-volt signal from something like a key on source. And then this yellow one will go straight to the battery, which I have that post right here. So I'll just do that. I'm gonna drop like an inline fuse on this. I don't know, maybe like a 15 to 20 amp fuse. I'll drop inline on this so that if anything happens or shorts or something like that, it doesn't kill the pump or whatever, it doesn't fry it. Just kind of a little extra fail safe. We'll get that going. And then now I'm going to check these speed sensors and try to figure out what's going on. So let's take a look. All right, guys, so the speed sensor right here, you can see that it kind of hovers over the teeth. Mine was actually kicked out like further over this way, and if you look back here, there is a little like pin locator. It wasn't centered in there, and this was kind of off the tooth, so I'm assuming it wasn't reading the teeth here, which meant it was thinking it was like out of control or something. I don't know, but that's centered back on there. But I'm gonna run over the other side here and check and see where we're at. Maybe it was just that one that was messed up and throwing everything off. Nope, this one's the same thing. So look, see how it's kind of kicked sideways a little bit? Line her back up, see that hole? It's off the hole. I gotta bring it back on the hole. And there we go, all set, looking good. Thank you to everybody in the comments on here and on Instagram and stuff to let me know to check those. I kind of just even skipped my mind on to even look for that or check those before I put the wheels back on. So thanks, guys, I appreciate that. That's why I love this, because you guys can just drop in the comments something that you see that I may not when I'm working on stuff, which is awesome. I love feedback and help on stuff, so that's awesome. So that should actually fix our issue with all the lights we have on the dash and all-wheel drive not being engaged, so that's good. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So right now I have the fuel pump wired up mostly. I'm just gonna go get another one of these little solder connectors, and then yeah, I'm gonna go get fuel right now. Got a new race jug over here, courtesy of my boy Tommy over at TK AutoWorks. Got something cool coming for this, so definitely stay tuned. We're gonna go fill this up with E85 so we can pour it in the tank, and once we hook up the power, it'll prime and have fuel. Never, you know, hook power up to a pump and turn it on without an actual fuel through it, because that'll burn it up real quick. So we're gonna go get fuel and we'll meet you back here in a sec. Over here, get this bad girl filled up. Fill her up. Please don't leak.
We got all kinds of explosives going on in here.
Oh, baby. I'm afraid to open this because it's so full.
A nice little filter in there.
There it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, this nozzle's pretty cool. It's got like a built-in filter in there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So convenient.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I'll probably fill this and this. If I run out of this, I'll just fill them both. That way I have like 7 gallons really. Am I past like the mark at the bottom for the...
Yeah.
It's like taking a piss.
Drip, drip, drip.
R. Kelly. Okay, so this is pretty sweet. So instead of having it just on all the time, right? Some people put it on a flip switch. This is actually wired into the headlight. So as soon as I turn the headlights on, the PI comes on and everything should kick on here.
I'll add a fuse.
So headlights on. Everything's running. Returns good. There's no leaks as of right now anywhere. Our fuel pressure gauge is right at like 42-ish. So we're good to go. And that's right where our base pressure needs to be without vacuum. So we should be ready to rock, essentially.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Well, I'm going to leave that up because I'm going to fill that up. But yeah, it's a full return system, so...
No leaks?
No.
Nothing.
Brand new gauge, too, so that works pretty good. And I just kind of want to get it wired and ran. I just wanted to check for leaks, honestly. And everything seems tight and good. So next thing I got to do is pop the cover off the split-second controller and hook up that serial cable to the laptop. And yeah, we'll load the fuel map on there, load the tune on the car, and ready to go. The only thing we have left to do is wire the WOT box.
How loud is this thing going to be with that WOT box on the two-step?
Stupid. But, I mean, it's got that vibrant resonator, and then it's got the vibrant mufflers. So, honestly, it's, like, really sleeper. But I think, like, full rip when this thing's turned up, it's going to be rowdy.
It's going to be nuts.
Like, it just, as the power ramps in, it just gets throatier. So, it's like a super clean sound. I love it, dude. It's sick. I guess we'll get ready to fire it up.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Should be it.
So ended up saying F it. Me and Corey got the TR11 mounted up. Just making one last bracket over there. And this thing will be ready to rip. Ready to rip skis. So as soon as we're done buttoning up this intercooler, we're going to throw the bumper on. All right, guys. Now, I know this is a long video and it's all over the place, but I've literally taken the last couple weeks off getting ready for the holidays, spending time with family. I was away from them a lot, putting this car together. So what we're doing now is we actually started tuning with Justin. And the reason I haven't showed you guys anything yet is because we're running a couple snags here and there with the fuel system, trying to figure it out. It ended up just being the split-second controller wasn't flashing maps the right way. So we got it all sorted out now, and the power's really coming in. But we, if you remember, I told you we were going to swap out for drive shaft shop axles. But I am pushing that to the spring because we're going to have some fun in the winter with this thing. And we'll get those before track season starts. But for now, I got this replacement stock axle here. And we're about to put it on and get the old one out of there. It actually broke apart in here. So not terribly, you know, not a ton of carnage, but enough to, you know, not make it work and kind of smack around. So we're going to put this thing up in the air, get the axle on. Not going to bore you guys too much with it. I'll just probably show you guys when it's done and get you guys some footage of the car actually driving and get some wide open throttle pulls for you guys just to show you the progress and get this thing turned up and obviously clean it because it's disgusting. We'll see you in a minute. So here you go, guys. There's the broken axle, and I can... It is completely messed up. So we'll get that one out and get the new one in. All right, so here's the aftermath of the launch that we did. Broke everything apart, and all the bearings just fell out when we took her off, and obviously separated. So we did a good number on it. Didn't split the shaft or anything, but just kind of blew it apart inside here. But look up here. Got the new one all in. Wheels back on. We're about to drop this baby down. Get ready to go. Now we can turn up the power and have all-wheel drive so we're not spinning around. And we'll be good to go. Gotta wash the car and we'll be back at it. Kind of loud humming, kind of whining noise coming from the back. I don't know if that's just because the rear hasn't been spinning in a while. I don't know what that's about. Damn! This thing is hauling the mail. Oh my God. Dang. Holy crap, dude. That was 30.4 pounds of boost. And we're just scratching the surface. Well done, Justin. Well done. She's moving out. Holy crap. We're gonna go home, load this on the computer, and send her off and see how she looks. So guys, as you've seen, the car is starting to move out. Power's going up. We just have couple more things we need to address before we go any further. Justin said he does want to raise the RPM up on the rev limiter a little bit higher, so that means we need to install the WOT box, which I was telling you guys about before. So we are going to install that and actually finish the rest of the tuning on the car. We're gonna save that for next episode. I know this one's been kind of long and all over the place, but I got footage in where I could over the last couple weeks. Like I said, I was kind of taking a break, kind of enjoying some time with family. I hope you guys enjoyed it and are getting excited for the car. Power's only gonna go up and the content's only gonna get better. So definitely stay tuned and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.